What's going on, guys? This is the professional Rhett Titus, and you are watching and or listening to Perched on the Top Rope podcast.
Getting right into it, you have a big match coming up this weekend. We know that you are ranked 5th in the pure rankings, and number 4 is Mike Bennett, and you're wrestling him this weekend. Before we break down that match, I'd like to just go over the rules real quick when it comes to a pure rules match, because they are a little different than a regular match. For starters, you're allowed 3 rope breaks for any submissions or pinfalls. After those 3 are used, you can't use the ropes to try and, put your foot on the rope or, grab it for a submission. That will no longer count. We also know that closed fists are not allowed. You are allowed open hand slaps and chops, and I believe you can do those. Hey, Benton. I believe you can do those to the face. Yes. You are allowed one, I guess one open hand punch, but it's a warning. And then we also know that there is the 20 count outside of the ring instead of a traditional 10 count. Rhett, when it comes to those rules, when you first started with the pure division, how much of a learning curve was it?
It's one of those things where the most challenging thing for me at first was probably the closed fist. I got a mean left hand, so I always liked using that in different parts of the match. But we're trying to present ourselves a little bit differently these days. You can turn on TV and you can see a million punches, but you can only turn on one wrestling show and see pure wrestling. Some people may try to duplicate it, but it's not the authentic, real deal, pure professional wrestling that Ring of Honor provides. And I've had a great time adjusting to the rules because it's something that's right up my alley. I was never, much of a high spot or a brawler or those types of things. I was always traditionally a pure wrestler. So it's something that's in my wheelhouse, and it's something that I've excelled at. I've been in the top 5 for the whole entire year. Unfortunately, when I got my title shot against Jonathan Gresham, he got a quick 1, 2, 3 on me, and I wasn't able to, make the most out of being in the top 5. But, with this match coming up against Mike Bennett, I can get right back up in those top 3 rankings and get myself another title shot against the new pure champion, Josh Woods.
And I'm so glad that you actually brought some of that up, because I was going to talk about that. We've known John Gresham hasn't lost a match since December 2019, until Death Before Dishonor, losing the pure championship to Josh Woods. Now, you've teamed with Gresham, you've also faced Gresham. What were your thoughts on Woods defeating John Gresham?
It was kind of like one of those things where Jonathan Gresham had beat everybody in the foundation already, and he beat anybody that was put for him. So it was kind of felt like, Jonathan Gresham was going to be pure champion for a while. And even though, not taking anything away from Josh Woods, I just didn't think the time was right for Josh Woods to win. I didn't think that he had enough momentum and that sort of thing. All the momentum was on Jonathan Gresham's side, but there was something in the air that night in Philly, and Josh Woods was able to beat the pure champion, and now he's starting a little bit of a run of his own.
Yeah. And one of the other things you brought up is, this weekend on ROH TV, you are facing Mike Bennett, who is currently ranked 4th. This isn't the first time, though, that you have wrestled Mike Bennett. Believe it or not, you actually have a 2-1 record over Bennett. Your first match being he won in 2008. You had a second match in 2011, and your most recent match was a successful title defense as the foundation, defeating the OGK, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett. With that current 2-win streak over Bennett, how do you plan on using that towards your advantage this weekend?
Well, those first 2 matches that I wrestled Michael Bennett in, he was a completely different wrestler. Now he's kind of revitalized his career as a pure wrestler. So this is somebody new that I'll be getting in the ring with, not the same guy that I have wrestled in the past. But, I'm always up for a different challenge and different opponents. And I think the result will be the same as the past 2 times I wrestled him. Me victorious. You got. I don't mean to sound cocky or anything, but you kind of have to have that little bit of a chip on your shoulder and be confident going in. Because if you go in like, I don't know, like Mike Bennett's been pretty good lately, that's not really too good for your momentum or your strategy or just your mindset going into a match. So, but my hat's off to Mike Bennett. He's made a lot of great changes, and ever since he's got released from WWE, he's really stepped it up a whole nother level, and he's been killing it. So I'm very excited to get in there with him and mix it up.
Awesome. And we also know on ROH TV this weekend, besides your pure division match, there's also the pure Gauntlet match with 6 competitors. However, Ring of Honor isn't announcing any of the competitors. So my question here for you is, how closely will you be watching that match? And is there anyone that you would actually like to see be in that match?
Well, not only is there pure Gauntlet on that episode, but it's a whole pure episode. What better episode of Ring of Honor TV can you get than a whole episode dedicated to pure wrestling? So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is going to be the best episode of wrestling on TV this week, because I don't think anything else will be able to touch it. But as far as the pure Gauntlet goes, man, there's probably going to be some good wrestlers in there. I don't know the 6 guys that are in there, but I have to imagine that a guy like the world famous CB is probably going to be in there. Possibly Will Ferrara. Both of those guys are looking to get back up in the rankings. And I'd be extremely remiss to not mention one guy who's been making some serious waves in the pure wrestling division lately, Brian Malonis. Now, Brian Malonis is not your typical pure wrestler. A lot of pure wrestlers are quick and technical. Brian Malonis is 400 something pounds, and he's a big boy, and he uses every little bit of that weight in there. And if he gets you in a camel clutch or a submission where he's really able to apply his weight, there's nothing that people are going to be able to do to get out of it, especially a smaller guy like the world famous CB or something like that. So I honestly don't know what's going to happen, but I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait to watch this weekend. So fans, make sure you tune in and check your local listings. I know I'll be watching. We know that when it comes to your championship reigns, one of your former trainers, Austin Aries, is a former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion. You're a former Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion. What would it mean for you to not just win the pure championship, especially knowing that another one of your former trainers, Brian Danielson, held the championship? So what would it mean for you to win that, knowing that you would have won both championships that former trainers of yours had won?
I mean, it would be some serious validation for myself. A lot of times, like, you look at things and, while I'm a Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion, I had other people in the ring there with me to succeed through that goal. But sometimes you just want to do things on your own and, really go out there and be your own man. To be a singles champion in Ring of Honor, that's a extreme accomplishment. And I've always had tag team partners that I could rely on. going into matches, and it's something that I would definitely want to do on my own and be my own man per se. It's an extreme challenge, but I'm always up for a challenge, and it's something that I definitely want to make happen. And Michael Bennett, he's the first piece to that puzzle.
All right. And with that being said, what are your remaining goals for 2021, and what goals do you have for 2022?
Well, I'm not really too happy about the way that I lost the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. My regular partner, Tracy Williams, had gotten hit by a car, and it was a fight without honor, and it was just a nightmare, So if we do have a rematch, somewhere coming up soon. We are number one in the rankings still, so it'd be nice to get those Ring of Honor Tag Team titles back, but like I was saying before, I would like to go out there and be my own man and do things on my own. So Ring of Honor Singles Gold, if I can make this match with Michael Bennett, beat him and climb the rankings, I may be able to get a title shot before the end of the year. But if not, 2022, it's going to be a good year for Rhett Titus.
Awesome. And Rhett, can you let fans know where they can find you on social media?
Sure. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Rhett Titus ANX and RhettTitus ANX. Also, Facebook.com/Rhett Titus, YouTube.com/Rhett Titus, ProWrestlingTees.com/Rhett Titus ANX if you're inclined to get a t-shirt. Or you can go to ShopHonor.com and search Rhett Titus. And then also I'm on TikTok as well /Rhett Titus. Don't really know what I'm doing on there, but I'm on there if you guys are on there. So yeah, check me out at all those spots.
Fans, make sure to go follow Rhett Titus everywhere on social media, and make sure you tune in this weekend to ROH TV. Make sure you check your local listings. You can also catch replays at rohwrestling.com/watch. Rhett, I want to thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. I want to wish you all the best of luck this weekend. And fans, remember, spoiler freeze, the way to be. We're out.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, everyone. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked what you saw, make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit subscribe so you can get all our content here at Perched on the Top Rope. And fans, remember, spoiler freeze, the way to be. I'm out.